Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a new video on my channel. This one is an exciting one because it's definitely not sponsored by Monster, the best energy drink in town. Please sponsor me, I need money. 10 out of 10, no heart attack. Okay, so this video we'll be talking about our map creation process. I know we talked a little bit about it before, but today we'll actually go into detail explaining what we did in 2020, what failures we had, and at what point we are today with the creation process. It's actually going to be a really exciting one. So what was the original plan for 2020? We didn't really have a real plan when we started in 2020. We just had an idea to create a Game of Thrones server where we had realms who had internal battles with a great lore and wanted to focus on roleplay. Yes, we wanted to put in some RPG aspects, but we didn't really flesh out any of the concepts. There was also no real initiative from us in terms of learning new tools, learning how to create plugins, for example. We were both studying something completely different. I had no experience with programming. I didn't really think I could learn it. I was never really interested. So we already were set up to fail. The project didn't last that long. We just picked up an original map, put our realms onto it, and called it a day. Used some premium plugins, configured them, and opened the server. Yeah, we didn't even do marketing basically. We just asked some friends and friends of friends. We did actually do marketing. We made like a couple Reddit posts and we had maybe like 10 players online. So you may ask, why did you restart the project when it failed in 2020? We wanted to create a portfolio project in preparation of our new programming studies. And we thought it would be a good idea to challenge ourselves and actually create a project like this, because it was not only going to challenge us on the technical side, but also on many different other sides, like copywriting, marketing, project management, managing people, which is something we really struggle with. Even though we don't have a large team, we have 3 official members and a couple of freelancers working for some projects. It's definitely difficult in this scene being able to work with people on a professional level, because people don't really do what they're supposed to do, or we don't know how to articulate our vision. It's very difficult. So that's already an improvement we made from 2020. We started with really taking it serious, planning it out. Our first actual improvement is what this video is going to be about: creating our original map. So as you can see on your screen right now, this was the first iteration of the map that we used. To some it might be a familiar map, because it's not our original map. We've never claimed that it was our original map, but it is the Dry Moral map. I probably butchered that pronunciation, my bad, but it's an amazing map that a talented group of people created, and we kind of wanted to use it as a base for our world, because we didn't really know how to create maps and that it was like a big thing. So we just decided to use that as a base for our world, which is, looking back on it, a very unprofessional way of doing it. We didn't really have the customization that we wanted. We just chose terrains that we liked and put a name on them, which is funny because if you look at the names of the realms that we have now, they almost identically are the same. The only thing that changed is we renamed Manicalia to Manicalia because it's easier to pronounce for not Dutch people. That was our reasoning behind it. I'm not sure if that's actually true. And Cadirion had it's the same realm, we just rewrote how you write the name. For the rest, yeah, everything stayed the same. The Dry Moral map was not really fit for our creative vision. It was a remarkable map, but we wanted to do something unique of our own when we started the project in 2024. With no knowledge of world building tools or how to even start at creating a map like this, we went into researching mode and we found the program called Incarnate. It's a remarkable tool, pretty easy to use. So the co-owner especially started making this map visually. The first version of the map, we really wanted to see like, okay, well, how will each realm look? How big will it be? Where will we situate each realm? Does it make sense? In the second version of the map, we wanted to divide each realm into diverse landscapes and kind of see, okay, well, how will we divide it? Which landscapes do we want? What makes sense? And what can we actually do in game? The third version of our map focused on the borders. We wanted to know, okay, well, how will we divide the borders? What would they look like? How strict will we make them? The fourth version of our map. It's not final, but it's the latest one and the one we used as a blueprint for our in-game world. We put in like some fluff and basically added some live aspects to it, showing off where all of the capitals would possibly be. We have not 100% followed this map as it is. It was definitely a really big milestone in the creation of this world, especially for the in-game blueprint. After creating a visual representation of the map, we needed to think about how will we port this vision into the game. We had no experience with World Painter or any terraforming tool, so we really needed to do our research. We started with improving our lore and really creating an in-game vision for each realm. We created documents which in the beginning were pretty bare bones. We talked about what type of terrain we wanted and where, what would the resources be like, what would be the percentages of each ore and where, stuff like that. During that learning process, which we're still in, we really faced some difficulties, especially when we wanted to translate our vision into the Minecraft format. Because some ideas in your head look better in real life or in your head, but when you try to translate it or when you try to articulate it to another person, it doesn't work. So we tried many different ways of doing it. Also, finding schematics for the right stuff is very difficult. Some schematics we had to create ourselves. We don't have the budget to create everything custom, so we kind of needed to look at asset packs as well. Another big difficulty we had was making terrain transitions logical. An example of this is Relicia. Its climate is more Mediterranean, and the northern side of the realm faces the border of Assyrian, which is a ice/winter realm. How do we let it make sense? We still haven't figured out everything. It's definitely been a really interesting learning process. Fortunately, we don't have the means and the budget to create the perfect map, but over the course of this project and over the seasons, we really want to invest in improving the terrain, improving the map, and really bringing our purest form of our vision to life. Pretty early on during this process, we realized we needed an external party guiding us during this learning process. We found a freelancer called Zach. He's also known as Zach of Chocablocas or that guy Lavas. He helped us tremendously during this process. He had so much impact and he added so much value to the project as a whole. We have to realize that without the map, without the in-game vision that we had, without bringing that to life, there was no Realms of Conscience. There is no server. It's over. You need a world to be able to create stories in. And he gave us that. We're really grateful for this beautiful representation of our vision. This video was kind of inspired by us starting on creating the last documentation for the world. Caderion is the last realm that we are realizing. It's the only part that's not in-game, visible, touchable, and it's been a crazy experience. It's been almost a year. It's gonna be a year probably when the first version of Caderion is finished, and I must say Zach has become a real friend to us. It's funny to see how a common passion can unite people and create amazing friendships. I really want to thank Zach for really helping bring this vision to life. So what's going on now? We're almost finished with the last documentation for the last realm, which is Caderion. We aim to finish the map around May. While once Caderion is finished, we need to put everything together, do the final touches, and see what else we need to improve. We need to add the resources and stuff under the ground. So it's still gonna be a while before it's actually finished. So if you really want to follow up on all the details and on the latest updates, you should definitely check out our Patreon. There's a link down below. It's only €5 a month. You get monthly map updates and other nice stuff, so make sure to check it out. And remember, never giving up. The only way to success is up.